Welcome back to the channel, guys. In this episode, my struggle to suss out this wiring sitcho continues. Plugging in the engine wiring loom was relatively easy because it was pre-built for me. But figuring out how all the rest of it will work together hasn't been easy. I definitely don't like wiring. I used to love it, but haven't touched anything this big for decades, so it's putting my memory to the test. Anyway, let's see what we can figure out in this episode and hope we can make some decent progress. First thing I need to work out is wiring the battery up. Negative, positive to the engine. Seeing it's in the trunk, as you can see behind the passenger seat, in that little pocket, the left-hand side, the passenger side pocket that screws in, that's where the battery's fitted. So now, got to earth. I believe I can run one earth for that negative just down, probably to the chassis rail. I'll probably have to drill a hole somewhere underneath there through both the negative and the positive. And then I believe I can earth from the engine, just a short wire, somewhere on either this side or that side. Probably this side, considering there's a whole bunch of room there. Maybe just run like an earth from here to underneath there, or maybe into one like from here to the engine mount rail or something like that, or the chassis rail underneath there. We'll see what we can do, but I think that should solve the earthing problems on at least the battery side of things. Famous last words. Then I've got to run a really long heavy battery from the positive, yep, touching it, all the way again down through that hole that I'm going to make underneath the cabin, over to, again, to hit up, probably can't see shit there, either, but to hit up the starter motor. Can we see? Yeah, sort of, maybe hit up the starter motor. And yeah, I found a diagram online of what else to wire up as far as alternator, starter, battery. It's for a 510, but it should all be this SR into 510. It should be pretty much the same as this. And if it doesn't work, I'll be calling in the professionals, because I get the feeling it's not going to work and I'm going to fuck it anyway. Plus my wiring style and skill, or lack thereof, is very shit. More shit than anything else I'm doing. Let's get into it. So the first one we'll try and mount is the negative cable. It's a 36-inch cable from Super Cheap. Let's see how it fits in and so I can make a hole down there, basically underneath, to get through, and then I can just bolt that wire up to one of the there's holes on the chassis rail I could just stick it into. We have drilled a hole, made contact through the bottom. Try to feed this one through into it. Ah, fuck. Alright, just beware, it's sharp as shit on this side. The other side is quite smooth. This is about the size of it. Oh, I got blood everywhere. This is about the size of it. So I fitted a grommet that I cut up. I had for the window wiper hole. This one's probably going to be a bit better until I can get the one that fits, 44mm one. I think this is in a good spot. It's going through. Ah, nice, perfect. Alright, let's go underneath and check it out. Try and get the lighting. You can sort of see it. There we go. And the cable is here, so we got plenty to play with to earth it. Just fucking earth it right here, for example. Stick it into something like that. No dramas. We can go probably earth it like somewhere like that. a lot of light there, but that's the earth. You can see all the way up there, the battery earth, and then the power cable running off that way. So bad angle, and I haven't jacked the car up high enough, but you can see what's going on there. So it's earthed out on, and I sanded it back behind there, but earthed out on the part of the leaf spring holder. Let me know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I can find somewhere else, but that's it for now. I put on my little terminal for the positive side. Alright, let's get all 3 meters of this over in here. I wonder if, when I put that lid on, if this is going to get in the way. It might need to be a bit flatter. That's not a massive problem, I suppose. I can fix that. Alright, squash this down a bit. Okay, so apparently for these batteries, this is a full river HC20 brass connectors. The best. I don't fucking know, but that's what I've read, so I suppose we'll find out. I've got 2 holes here in the holder, so I put the negative down the bottom because I mean they're both going in the same area, but just to keep them separate. Plus they're both going to be going into the same sort of area. Okay, and we have made it. It made it the distance to the starter motor with enough to spare. Still need to run an earth across here, but that's a good start. So we'll mount that up now. Just thinking where I run the fuel pump wires, fuel pump wire and the fan. So probably where this hole here, which is where the wiper motor fits, I may run the wires out through there, up along this harness, just wrap it up along there to the two fans that sit out here at the front. Fuel pump one, once I get it to around there, I'll run it up through the back, through the tunnel again, probably next to or near the battery power cable, to the fuel pump in the fuel tank. And yeah, just the ignition from inside there obviously goes through the cabin, doesn't come back in to the engine bay, and it will just connect up to the ignition barrel. Yeah, and then we making some headway. Here you can see, try to see, that's the battery cable coming down, running along all the way along there. We'll go to the other side. Okay, you can see from here I've ran it and put zip ties, and up here one sort of hanging item, so it will just hang from there. Make it a better angle. So yeah, one hanging item and into the engine bay. Now what I'm going to do is mount that stud where all the positive terminal stud that I'm going to mount in the engine bay. I'm going to mount it probably just somewhere over up there, just in the bottom of the engine bay. I'll find a good spot, and that's where we'll run the alternator wiring to. Alternator or starter? Alternator. We'll run to there. So that's just off that. We'll just need to then finish the earthing of the engine to the chassis. Fuel pump wire through the firewall. Okay, fan wire 1. I'll need to mount the fuse box and the relay, probably up the back somewhere there. But I'm going to put these wires that I've just ran then, going to put these up along the top edge there to make it really neat. There's little clips from the stock Datsun wiring loom that I can just put behind and fold up, so I'll do that, and I'll just get these out of the way and make it neater. And yeah, once I mount the fuse boxes, the fuse box and the relay up there. It should be nice and neat. If you can see or not, but they're those little clips, hooks that come stock with the, you know, part of the body, so makes it easier for me. And it's just run up through there, so cool. Alright, need to mount this as well, don't I? That looks like a pain in the ass. So we've mounted the fuse box and the ECU riv nut, one riv nut, and just making the most of one of the bolt holes that was already there. Then if you come into the inside, you can see that's the ECU bracket that came with the ECU, so I'll just slot right in there. Wiring running through those little tabs there that I folded down. And again, a couple of riv nuts. Well, I showed it from the other side, the riv nuts there. Now, I just got to stick the relay in. And we're done. Got to find somewhere to mount the relay. And we're good. That's really annoying though. Where will it sit? Where can it sit? It's a weird sort of... Where will it sit? Where can it sit? It's a weird sort of piece with the wires at the bottom like that. I don't want it just hanging, but I mean that could be an option. Or just like zip tie it up to that. Which also could be an option actually. I might just zip tie it up to one of those tabs. It's light, just sitting there, because the wires, if I bolt it down, those wires are like, there's so many wires underneath. And I'm still going to have to access them, so I want it to be easy access. Just pop the last fuse back in, so yeah, that's how it's going to sit. Not bad. Probably not the ideal spot, but I don't know where I can put it. I don't want to drill more holes into the firewall. There was holes there, so I'll just put it there. I can think about better spots later on. It's hard when the dash is out, because I can't really see exactly where the dash is going to go, and you still want to be able to access it so you can actually change the fuses when needed. Okay, as you can see, there's still a long way to go. I'll cut this episode here and continue on for the next one with further progress, hopefully. Alright, see you then. Bye-bye.